While the frosty land of Canada is known for its captivating landscapes and friendly citizens, the chilling tales of fear and darkness buried within its rich history are often overshadowed. Venture with me into the heart of the Great White North and explore 5 spine-killing tales that have haunted Canadians for generations. Our first story starts in the province of British Columbia during the 1950s. Abandoned during a gold rush, the small village of Clayburn lay deserted for decades until a group of young college students decided to conduct an archaeological dig. Excited about the potential discovery of ancient artifacts, they set up camp on the outskirts of the ghost town. What was supposed to be a week-long project turned into a nightmare that still haunts the survivors to this day. As darkness fell, strange occurrences began to unfold. The students would wake to the sound of unseen footsteps, their tents being inexplicably knocked on from the outside. Their tools and equipment were consistently missing, only to reappear in odd places at unexpected times. Despite the mounting discomfort, the group pressed on with their excavation, until the morning they uncovered something they weren't supposed to. Burying the strange events beneath a veil of normalcy, the students were momentarily elated when a thick, ancient chest was unearthed. However, the joy quickly turned to fear when, upon opening the chest, the ominous silence was broken by high-pitched laughter. Instead of the valuable artifacts they had hoped for, the chest was filled with children's dolls, more dolls than the chest could feasibly contain. Things took a turn for the worse upon their discovery. The nights grew longer and more menacing, as the students were tormented by piercing giggles and sudden movements out of the corner of their eyes. The slow realization that they were not alone and had disturbed a malevolent presence had seeped in, but it was already too late. One by one, the students vanished without a trace, leaving the ghost town once more undisturbed. Our second tale of terror takes us to Quebec, where the St. Louis Hotel once stood as one of the most imposing buildings in town. The hotel offered weary travelers a warm hearth and a cozy bed, but many didn't stay for long. A series of mysterious disappearances and gruesome murders gave the hotel an unsavory reputation that only grew when the true nature of the killings was revealed. Hidden beneath the stately facades, the hotel held secrets that would make the bravest tremble. A network of underground tunnels housed the clandestine activities of the unsavory characters that frequented the hotel. It was in these tunnels that the bodies of the victims were found, drained entirely of blood. As rumors of the hotel's monstrous inhabitants began to circulate, the petite town found itself plunged into a state of panic and fear. Strange sightings and eerie noises plagued the nights, pushing the hotel to the brink of bankruptcy. Despite their efforts to clean up the hotel's image and minimize the tales of terror, the otherworldly inhabitants continued to claim victims, never leaving behind a trace of their gruesome deeds. Fast forward 100 years to Ontario and a secluded manor known as the Screaming House. Its chilling epithet rooted in an unsolved mystery, the house stood uninhabited for years until the Bowlings, a family of 6, purchased it at an unbelievable discount. Hoping for a fresh start, they brushed off the rumors as mere spooks and settled into their new home. However, the tranquility they sought was not to be found. Almost immediately upon moving in, the Bowling children would wake in the dead of night to the piercing sounds of a woman's blood-curdling scream. The source of the sound was never found, but its harrowing echoes would reverberate through the house each night, haunting their dreams and fueling their terror. Attempting to restore their peace, the Bowlings sought out ghost hunters and spiritual guides. Yet none could free them from the inescapable dread that clung to the walls of their manor. As terrifying events continued to escalate, from objects being flung across the room by an invisible force to the relentless appearance of shadowy apparitions, the family began to wonder if their beautiful bargain house was, in fact, a portal to the realm of darker entities. Our fourth tale of terror will transport us to the beautiful and tranquil Prince Edward Island. A lighthouse, serving as a beacon to guide sailors and ships in the treacherous waters, hid a secret malevolent entity that had claimed the lives of multiple lighthouse keepers over the years. No one survived long in the isolated lighthouse, and none who ventured near it could deny the palpable sense of unease and chilling silence that clung to the structure like an oppressive fog. One particularly bitter winter night, the town was jolted awake by the ear-splitting sound of the lighthouse foghorn. As the derisive wail continued well past its normal duration, the townsfolk began to worry. It was not until the following dawn that a rescue party was sent to the lighthouse, only to be met with an eerie silence. The lighthouse keepers were nowhere to be found, and the beacon room lay in abject disarray. Search as they might, the missing keepers, their roving ghostly presence confirmed by the disembodied foghorn, were never found. Their disappearance, however, did little to dissuade the enlisted lighthouse keepers. Ignorant of the nautical tales and local whispers, they continued to man the lighthouse, even as they were plagued by ghostly sightings and unexplained happenings. Our last encounter with the supernatural takes us to Newfoundland, to a well-traveled forest path that led to a remote village. Routinely used by locals to tend to their farms, travelers would often undertake the journey alone and unperturbed by any fears. The introduction of a single mangy old dog changed this chilled status quo. The locals whispered that the dog was a glimpse of the Black Dog, a dreaded harbinger of doom and death. Its yellow eyes penetrating the blackness of the night, the dog appeared to those who walked the forest path alone, its menacing growls and forthright demeanor unmarked by the usual signs of fear or flight. For those unfortunate enough to cross its path, it was seen as a mark of impending death, sending its victims into a deep spiral of terror and paranoia. Despite being dismissed as mere superstition by many, the Black Dog sightings proliferated. Each encounter was marked by an inexplicable chill suddenly filling the air, causing the onlookers to shudder and shiver. The dog would disappear as suddenly and as silently as it appeared, leaving its witnesses in a state of abject terror and distress. Then, as quickly as they had begun, the sightings ceased. Although the Black Dog had returned to the shadows, its chilling presence had forever marked the once serene forest. It's rumored that to this day, the rustle of leaves can summon the eerie sight of the mangy old dog, a testament to the tales of terror it once so effectively instilled in the hearts of the village. Each of these tales is a testament to the fact that Canada is not just land of majestic mountains and tranquil lakes, but also a country with a haunting supernatural side. Join us again for more spine-tingling stories, and remember, the next time you're out for a moonlit stroll, take heed of the chilling accounts whispered by the wind, for you never know what you may encounter in the darkest corners of this great nation. These haunting tales do not just remain a part of Canada's scary folklore but have seeped into the very fabric of the nation's culture. They serve as a chilling reminder that, while we often associate Canada with friendly citizens and breathtaking landscapes, there is another, more terrifying side that lurks in the shadows, ready to pounce when we least expect it. If you've managed to survive until the end of this dark tale, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel, activate notifications, and share these tales with your fellow horror enthusiasts. Join us on our travels to unearth deeply terrifying narratives from all corners of the world. And until then, may the spirits of the night leave you in peace as we prepare for more stories from the realm of darkness.